Hey, it's Tuesday night. It's a little after 9. We're actually doing better on time than we normally are.
Yeah.
It's time for What's on Joe Mind. We are a fan cast about the world of G.I. Joe. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. How's everybody doing?
Ooh, boy.
Representing the Lava Bears tonight there, Weber?
No, Arizona State, baby.
Right. But I call them the Lava Bears because they're all the Lava Bears.
That's fair.
They're all
I'm celebrating Rick Monday, saving the flag. I'm celebrating Pat Tillman back there. Like, yeah.
Celebrating Barry Bonds being personable.
Yeah, whatever. Barry Bonds saving baseball. Yeah.
The reemergence of his neck.
Everybody's happy for Barry's neck.
People said Barry had a big head, but I feel like it's getting a little more manageable these days.
His doctor warned him about that.
Yeah.
But, joining me here in the top row, in case you haven't figured out already, he is the former head of marketing for the G.I. Joe team at Hasbro. It's the Hot Show, Mark Weber.
That's right. Back and bold, in full living color. Look at this. I don't get much applause on my own show. I need that. So I appreciate being on the show.
Woo, woo. See? All right. So, hey, there we go. Dave's a live one down there.
Right.
Sound
a little like Superhuman. That's okay.
In the bottom row. Today was his last day at work for a couple months. Because he is a shiftless layabout.
I will be.
Yeah.
I will be a shiftless layabout starting tomorrow.
I mean, I would say starting about, 3:05?
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to stay awake to do this.
So we can go late tonight. Yeah.
Ken, I mean, you're the only one holding things up there.
Yeah, I got to be back in class tomorrow.
Right? Like you got class. Ooh.
I do. I got class. Rob's got no class.
That's right. I'm like Rudy on Fat Albert.
You are classless.
Rudy, you're like school on Sunday.
No class.
Russell, my God. Also in the bottom row, he is here from his own web series, the G.I. Joe New News Review. Longtime friend of the program, first-time guest of the program, David T. Allen on the program tonight.
Ooh, that's right.
Hey, thank you very much. Yeah, I've been a very long time fan, and I've always wanted to be on here with you guys. Obviously, I've interviewed you guys, all of you, at some different points in different places, I guess, in my interviewing career. And I'm so thrilled to actually be on What's on Joe Mind, a 15-year G.I. Joe, awesome, fun place to be podcast. I'm so enthusiastic and thankful. Thank you very much.
Hey, no worries, man. But we got stuff to actually talk about with you tonight.
All right.
You're not just here because you're a great guy, but because you've got stuff you need to share.
Right here.
Just want to put Figure Six Pack's mind at ease. He was asking what happened. It's just summer break. Everything's
yeah.
He's good. It's just summer.
It's just summer. I teach. It's summer now.
What's the over-under on when Rob emerges from his bedroom tomorrow morning?
Well, tomorrow is New Comic Day.
Yeah, so tomorrow's not a great day to make that bet.
Yeah.
So I would say crack of noon, he'll probably be around.
Rob, you understand that there are some shops that will save your books for you. You don't have to beat Tim Roberts to the spinner or anything.
You never know.
No, that's fair.
What if there's something that catches my eye?
Right.
I get mine delivered, so I don't have to go to the store.
Ooh, look at that.
Aren't we fancy?
Wow.
I tell you.
I never DoorDashed a comic before. That's a pretty good deal.
It's monthly. It's monthly. So I get this big box of like 200 comics every month and stuff like that because it's cheaper that way through online services with the discounts and all that stuff. I can't afford $1,000 boxes of comics, so do it that way in order to get a large discount. It's like 52 or 53% off. So it comes down to about $350 or $400. But yeah, that's the only reason.
And you get like 13 Christmases a year then.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think
go ahead, Mark.
Dave beat the system. We got life hack right here, breaking sports news. I like it.
Ragtime Rob's day tomorrow. So I'll let everybody in on it because he's plotting it out now. But this is how it's going to go. I'll start hearing him rummage around. I got to be at work. I got to be logged on here at the desk at work at noon. Around that time, I'll start to hear sounds coming from the back. And he'll emerge 12-ish, 12:30. He'll shower. He will disappear. He will go somewhere and eat a burger. He will then go to the comic shop. Be back sometime around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Disappear to the back again, and I'll see him Thursday.
Wow.
That'll probably be how tomorrow goes in Ragtime Rob's world.
I want to be alone.
Does he bring you a 2-hour-old White Castle burger?
Oh my
like
God.
a good brother should?
If there was a White Castle between here and the comic book store, sure, but all the ones by us closed up. There's a few. There's several still in Indy, just not close to us anymore, which is really crap. Which is why this past weekend we were in Cincinnati. We were at the Ohio Toy and Comic Show, and we were there for in total 2 days, and we stopped at White Castle twice.
Yeah.
What happened with that show? Because that closed for like 7 years, and this is the first year back. What happened? Why did they close it, and why are they back?
Well, it wasn't gone that long. It was Aaron Dietrich's show.
Oh.
And so when Aaron got sick, obviously it went, got put on the back burner, and then, Aaron of course passed, and Kenny decided at the end of last year he was going to start it up again. So Kenny's running the Ohio. Monster turnout for Kenny at this weekend show at the
Yeah.
It looked really good. All the videos I saw, it looked like it was really nice. So I'm very happy. Can't have enough G.I. Joe shows, in my opinion.
No, it really was. We're not just saying that because we were there. Like I was going to film stuff. I was going to talk to people. There was no opportunity. That room was jammed, and you could not move between 9 and 1:30 in the afternoon. And then we caught a little bit of a window, and then it was busy again from like 2:30 to 3. Like Kenny blew out his voice shouting at people. I had to go. I got pressed into actual duty. I had to do all the pulls for the raffles, the door prizes and things. So
that's an interesting thing. I want to ask the three of you guys. I apologize because this is my interview face that I'm showing because I'm fascinated by certain things, and you bring up an interesting point there. Do you feel the fact that a lot of these shows are cropping back up and they're packed? Every time I see a show across the country, it's packed with people. Vintage toys are selling through the roof and stuff. Do you think the fact that prices now, the fact that they're $27.99 and higher for incrementally for a lot of the classified, people are finally going back into vintage again? Because it's one of those roller coasters, isn't it, Mike? Over the decades, where there's a roller coaster where sometimes the vintage wanes a little bit and then it comes back, then it wanes, comes out. We're back in a peak time for vintage because classified and toy prices today are way too expensive.
I don't know if that has to do with the cost of toys. No. Dave, I think it has more to do with the interest that people have in what's out there. I think the market on the whole is a lot smaller than it used to be, and so there aren't little odds and ends and avenues to keep people hooked like there were a generation ago. If you're not into Marvel Legends and you're not into classified and you're not into Transformers today, what are you into? Like you're into niche stuff that friends of ours that we see on our program, right. They make on Kickstarter, and those aren't necessarily available in stores. So it's just the avenues are different. So I think the so long as this crop of folks is around, there's going to be that sort of a market for vintage toys. There's just not a whole lot replacing it. Like there's a lot of folks that are younger, folks folks who came out after, say, Real American Hero, that are collecting things like that because it's different and odd and unusual to them, and they're unfamiliar with it, and it just seems like it's kind of cool. Mark, you're a former toy professional, man. What do you think about it? That's a good question, Dave.
I think the most interesting point in like the secondary market or the collectibles market was the artificial spike of the COVID gear, because all of a sudden you had people at home, and there wasn't as great a job loss as was originally feared. So there were a lot of people working from home, making their regular salary, saving on a lot of things they normally would have bought without question, right? Stuff like vacations and going to movies, and all of a sudden stuck at home with disposable income. Yeah. So not only was there more buying, but the market responded and prices went way through the roof during the COVID year and a little bit after it. I think we've seen it start to kind of regress to the mean since then. But I don't want to call it an artificial spike, because there was a real reason why the collectibles market for anything collectible kind of went through the roof during the COVID year. But it certainly was unforeseen. Nobody could have guessed, oh, by the way, we're going to have the worst pandemic in 100 years in the United States. So I think the market has kind of shifted, come back to the mean since then, but it has taken some time.
Not to mention, that pandemic was worldwide, and it shut down the production of all that new stuff too.
That's true.
Distribution and all that. Yeah.
All you was vintage toys.
Interesting.
Out there.
Yeah. The in the comic book price guide every year, they will basically have various dealers submit market reports, and they're still talking about how prices have leveled off and dropped since the highs of 2020. So some people thinking that calling that a good thing because it gets more people able to buy. You're not pricing people out of the market, and you're expanding the hobby. And other people are just going, I'm not selling this stuff for as much as I used to. I'm not making as much money. So
it's interesting. It's interesting because I started my own convention, and I'm just curious about that. I would like to understand a little bit more about that stuff. Besides the one that I'm wearing the shirt on, I have another one in Florida that I'm doing, but I won't go into that right now. But it's very interesting.
I mean, you can. We did talk about it when it was going on, man. Roger Taft told us to plug your damn show.
He did? Oh, that's wonderful. He's been very instrumental in our promotional materials and social media. He's been a godsend. And we just launched the one for next year, 2027 Sendflow Joe show, which is going to be April 17th. And we just hashed out all the social media and stuff like that and launched the vendor window for that. So I wasn't sure if I could mention that. But I thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. I did not know you did that.
Dude, you're on the program. You get to talk about whatever you want. You're the guest.
Yeah.
If what you're talking about is no good, we'll just kick you off.
Just like that.
Just that.
Wow.
That's the code right there. That's no good.
Like when Rob was talking about that infected wart last week, and we're like, that, man.
Good news, Mark. It's still seeping.
Oh man!
Outstanding.
Oh my God. So that's interesting. So obviously we're here to talk about JoeFest. I don't know when we're going to talk about it, but that leans in that question, that whole conversation leans into what we're doing with the show and stuff like that. And there's a lot to unpack with that you could get into. I don't know when you want to do that, but
we'll get to it in a bit. Let's do the news first.
Okay.
Figure Six Pack real quick has the quick question: when did White Castle make dessert? Man, they've had dessert all the time, but I can't say that I've ever partaken of it.
They got shakes.
They got shakes. They got that cheesecake on a stick.
My partner loves White Castle. I absolutely hate it. I think it's terrible. But my partner loves it, and he loves that cheesecake on a stick. I don't know.
All right. Well, next time I'm at one, I'll give it a shot, thinking Dave's partner says this is all right, so I'll give this a shot.
It's like diner lobster, Mike. Don't do it.
I don't know, man. It's probably frozen. It's just cheesecake on a stick. It can't be.
Don't be doing it.
those are the two schools of thought on White Castle, by the way. You either love it or you hate it, and there is no in between.
Yeah, no, there's nobody who
the
just
thing
goes,
about it is, I think you have to have been born with it. You know, there's restaurants all of us probably knew when we were children that we were born with and we loved because of that nostalgia, right? He's born in Louisville, Kentucky, and White Castle's like king up there, right? And I didn't have it in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. We didn't have White Castle. They just started building them down here in Florida. I'm like dreading it because he's going there for lunch from the. I'm like, oh my God.
yeah.
Mike, I thought White Castle had a special pull at like 3 a.m. where you wouldn't have gotten it at 9, but at 3. Ooh.
I think that's an anytime thing for.
Yeah, I got to say, at 12 o'clock on Monday, it was pretty good.
Oh, there you go. and at 12:45 tomorrow, maybe. Oh,
it'll be back up.
If only.
Yeah. I mean that was. There is a nostalgia kick on there, but like we used to take White Castles to our grandma. You ever want to get on Grandma Whisker's good side? 3 White Castles and a coffee, and you are her hero for the rest of the week. Not cheese. She can't do the cheese, but 3 regular White Castles and a coffee. Oh man,
and she'd relish the heartburn it would give her.
Yeah. Right.
Now, if you gave me some crystals, I can eat a sack full of crystals with no trouble and woof those suckers down.
I will get a first.
Oh man,
out of here. That's not acceptable. That is.
Is that a record? Is that a record?
No. Come on. Phil hasn't been off the show that long. Come on now.
Yeah, but Phil's like official co-host. That might be a record for guest banning.
Oh, crystal. Oh,
9:25.
Maybe. But yeah, let me find my buttons. We'll get to the news.
Oh yeah, 9:25. It's time for the news.
Enough
We're not wasting America's time.
It's been a lot of news this week, actually, if you're really paying attention. You know, when you're in a G.I. Joe podcast, the news is very important. And that's one of the cool things about you guys. You do cover everything.
Yeah, well, everything's going to come and go pretty quick this time around because there
Yeah, the floodgates are about to open. The floodgates are about to open for the next 6 months. You're right.
Right. It's the week before Yojo June, so get ready for a real quick news segment, everybody.
Mark.
Yeah, it's an honor and a respect that's been given me that I inherited that job, but it's not real hard.
Before we get started, make sure you're doing all that cool YouTube stuff for us. Hit the like button. Share us in all of your social media circles. Be sure to leave us a big boy comment down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, for Christ's sake. Come on now. It's all free. Just click buttons for us. That's the thing you can do to help us out the absolute most. And it's all, absolutely, again, free. First news item. Man, everything's on lag tonight. Man. Hey, launching today, After Action Report Command Files Volume 3 Cobra got off the ground. And literally, that was earlier this afternoon. It is running through July 9th. It's already about 80% funded. Racktime Rob, you got a figure on that for us?
Yeah, I was calling that up. Of course, Kickstarter wants to verify my account.
Yeah.
So,
I know
amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this for a while, Mike. I don't know. You wanted to say something? Go ahead.
I'm just saying, out of a $9,000 goal, when I closed off and moved, imported the slides, they were over 7,800 at that point. So obviously, this is going to happen. You can pledge with confidence. We're going to take full credit for it, of course, as part of the What's on Joe Mind bump.
All right, here we go. As of this moment, on a $9,000 goal, it currently has $8,232.
All right, we may have that done before we're done with the show.
We are 91% funded.
I love this. Do you guys like this? This is like the ultimate version of Order of Battle from the 80s Marvel comics. It's like the ultimate version of it. The first two with Joe, and now this is Cobra. So this is the one everybody cares about. It's the Cobra.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, we're in. I mean, Lord knows we're gonna do the Stump Rack Time Rob 7th later on. That's command files. That's Josh Eggebein doing all the work for us to have programming.
Yeah.
So of course we're in. Anytime I can be that lazy and get 20 minutes of content, absolutely we're in.
Make a pledge without a reward. Who's doing that? Come on, get a book.
Diana Davis asks, "Can I leave a short woman comment?" I mean, if you have to.
Sure. I love short women.
Right?
Right, Diana.
Yeah, they're just right to set your beer on.
You gotta be careful. You don't have a. Anyways.
You know me, I hit that beer pretty hard, especially at conventions.
Right.
Yeah.
When I think of when I think of the people I know who are just always on the sauce, Mark Webber at the top of the list.
Wet and sloppy, that's me. Wait.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think
his preferred brew house A&W.
Right.
The only person I know who drinks less than Ragtime Rob.
Right. Sometimes I'll hit the Barks if I'm feeling saucy.
Ooh, well, the Barks.
Barks has
beer.
It has life.
Barks has caffeine. You don't get that in Mug or A&W or Dad's root beer if you're a loser.
No, A&W just gives you flavor.
The International Root Beer Brewers Commission, and that's a real thing. They make sure to point out that Barks is not actually a root beer, because root beer, by their definition, is not caffeinated.
Oh.
Now, personally, for me, it's a fizzy drink that tastes like root beer. It quacks like a duck.
Yeah.
I like Barks. I like their red cream soda as well.
It walks like a duck. It quacks like a duck. But in truth, it's a jittery duck because of the caffeine.
Who am I to question the ARBCA?
The ARBCA.
Yeah.
At Recship 85 with the important question: what about ginger beer, Mark?
I mean, you got to have it just to keep it. Just so, right?
Really, he's in on ginger beer. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. All right. Jake Rose added one more, just backed it because you reminded me. Well, good.
Bam.
That's what we're here to do. Diana says, who caffeinates root beer? It's like raisins in a baked good. Look, all I know is the cinnamon raisin bread I got on the counter would be not as good without the raisins.
Yeah.
I would want to know what was up with the raisins, with the lack of raisins, if there were no raisins.
I think Diana misspelled walnuts. That's what happened there. Yeah. Anybody want brownies? Yes. You bet your life. Bring me some brownies right now. Oh, they've got walnuts in them. Why? Why would you do that? How about just put some hex nuts in them? Right? Why not?
As somebody who likes walnuts and likes brownies, I don't like walnuts in my brownies.
See?
Yeah, I don't mind them. I prefer it without, though.
It's not a deal breaker, but I don't care for it. Like you still have a brownie, right? But it's not that bad.
I didn't know that walnuts were Diana Davis's kryptonite.
It all goes back to that. I just took her off the screen. Walnuts will kill her. It all goes back to a family feud going back to the late 60s. I mean, before she was born. Those walnuts, they'll kill her on sight.
That's terrible. Well, if I ever offend her and she's coming after me with her wild bulldogs foaming, I will make sure to have a walnut handy so I can hold her at bay. Yes.
Wild bulldogs foaming. Are they playing with shaving cream?
Stitch Young sounds like someone with too much time on their hands is trying to ruin my root beer because of caffeine.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it does. Again,
that would be the Coca-Cola company.
You got my take on it. If it quacks like a duck and it smells like a duck and it tastes like a duck, it's probably a root beer.
I love that people thought, thank God we got to the news and the blather segment is over. But it's like a Venn diagram, right? Like there's that
Actually,
sweet spot right in the middle.
It's just a circle.
It's never
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've addressed all the drama connected to After Action Report Command Files Volume 3. It's gonna fund. It's pretty much already funded. We're really just killing time so it can fund while we're talking about it.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna fund. Everybody likes it. Like
Mike, you need to put that comment up from Figure 6 back.
I have a question. What obscure Cobra do you think is going to appear in this that you never expected? Because the first 2 volumes had Joe's in it. I was like, how the heck did they put that character in there? But who do you think will be in this that you never expected?
I never expect Interrogator, because I don't expect the property to ever try and make Mark happy.
Right. I would have to go with Hypno Hustler. There's no way Hypno Hustler is making it in.
Hypno Hustler.
He's a Spider-Man villain.
Spider-Man villain, yeah. That's funny.
So Mark's not wrong.
Is that what he does? He hunts Spider-Man when he's not hanging out with 6 clones on the Walmart discount shelf?
Look, man. I don't have a lot of Marvel Legends, but I got Hypno Hustler.
Right. How long have you had him? Mike, how long have you had that figure?
Whenever it came out.
Yeah, you paid too much.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The Interrogator, if it has a file card, from what I understand about these books, if it has a file card, it will be in the book.
Okay. Then he's in.
Right, he's there.
Maybe they'll use my file card. Yeah, now we're talking.
We'll have to see if we can get to Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't know if I've seen Greg in the live chat yet.
Greg Augustin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very busy working on this because this funds, he's got to get a lot of work done to get this out.
Right.
So, and it's going to fund.
He's got to quit just smoking cigars that he bought with the money off of Volume 1 and 2. Back to the keyboard.
So far, the chat MVP is Better Ray Bob for saying 9:25 is a little early for the news, isn't it, boys?
That'll learn him.
I can't find it, but yeah, he's right.
It's way up there, but he's right.
Yeah, that's true. Figure 6-pack notes that once I saw raisins added to meatloaf. Is that normal? No, it is not.
No, it's perfectly normal in hell.
Disgusting.
Cranberry sauce, though. Now we're talking.
Andrew Gaugan, walnuts and brownies are fudge like celery and tuna fish is an abomination. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what is also an abomination? Tuna fish.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Where does one get the sassafras? Good question. We'll get there.
It's next to the succotash.
One of the things I miss about living in St. Louis, man, is that St. Louis is a town not just of mega breweries like Budweiser, but there's all kinds of microbreweries, and to try and make ends meet, these little microbreweries will oftentimes brew sodas. So there is a thriving craft soda industry in St. Louis, Missouri, and I miss having those. Man, I used to get all kinds of birch beers and sassafrasses and things like that.
Sarsaparillis.
Fantastic. Better than the beers even, or the sodas you can get in St. Louis, man.
I had a weird ginger beer one time. I was in Ireland, and we were going to the Cliffs of Moher, and we were at the shop or whatever. You know how they have all these places, and there was this ginger beer. I was like, I've never tried ginger beer, and I tried it. This Irish ginger beer. It was god awful.
It's because they make it with real gingers over there.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right.
They got them lying around. I mean,
yeah. So you know it's bad.
Terry Hawkins helping us out. Cracker Barrel has the sassafras.
Sarsaparilla.
I won't go there because they changed their logo, and I'm offended.
Didn't they go back after like 24 hours?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But,
they forgot how dumb most Americans are. Or at least the ones on the internet with spare time.
Yeah.
Besides us, anyway. Wait, we're pretty We're pretty dumb. Never mind. I think
That's fair.
we're at least a fun dumb.
There was no practice exam to be a host here, I don't think.
You've seen our host list.
Yeah.
But Wreckship 85 says he's got Hypno Hustler jamming out with Cold Slither and the Dino from the Rotclaw set.
Oh wow, he got his
good.
Professor Rocklaw, huh?
Right.
That sounds like New York's finest club is Stab. It has everything. A Dinosaur, Cold Slither, Hypno Hustler.
A Jewish vampire.
Right? What's his name, Rob?
Sidney Applebaum.
Solid bit.
Isn't that the second Hypno Hustler they made, Mark? Wasn't there a 4-inch modern era Hypno Hustler and now a classified scale?
Man, I hope not, but maybe.
I gotta think that's gotta be the first Hypno Hustler.
You know what?
I don't think so.
I'll let you in on a little secret. That's the last Hypno Hustler.
That's why I got it early, Mark.
Yeah. Before it sells out. You're a smart man.
Right. Oh,
Interesting.
see, there you go, Rob. You're not looking in the right place.
Oh well.
Just found Rotclaw in the wild at GameStop last weekend.
Yeah, if you want to spend $60, sure.
That's the only place we can conceivably walk to and get classified.
Wow.
Is that GameStop up the block there? Anyways, congratulations in advance, Greg and Josh and everyone at After Action Report. I'm sure we'll be hearing from you again, like in about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's up to 85-22.
Wow.
So what's on Joe Mind Bump?
Oh, I'm sorry, 86-42.
Next news item.
Almost funded.
Hey,
no.
the past weekend, I forget what day. We were in Cincinnati. That's all I know.
Saturday.
It was like midnight on, I think, Sunday or Saturday or whatever this dropped.
But if these are your cup of tea, the Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles G.I. Joe mashup figures are available for pre-order at available select online retailers.
I'm waiting till like after the fact. I'm gonna ask for them for Christmas. I did not pre-order these. I do want them because I like both brands, but I was confident there was gonna be enough of them, so I'm waiting till the back end.
I don't know, man. You never know with these boutique type brands like this. You might want to set them aside early.
Especially because Playmate's losing the license.
Yeah, I doubt there's too many of them being made because Playmates is losing that license. Individual figures are in the neighborhood of $18 a piece. Again, they're at all kinds of different retailers for different prices, so I'm just trying to give you a range. The Awe Shell Striker is around $50. The Turtle Fly Copter is around $55, and you can expect delivery on these in July. But I still maintain that I think part of Mark being sore about this is because the Ninja Turtles have a better Awe Striker than his classifieds do.
You know, I think
he's not the only one that has that problem. Everybody's got the same problem.
Right.
Do you think if they charged $55 for the Shell Striker like the Turtle Fly Copter, they could have made the wheels not hollow? Oof. Oh my God, it's just wretched. I will say the April O'Neil figure, it's a pretty damn good Scarlet.
Yeah, it's really all right.
I'm not mad at that one at all. I
bet that roll cage doesn't fly apart by looking at it.
Man, this is exactly the mark they're not going to the photo shoot, or they should be embarrassed at the cost cutting here. Did they only pay for one antenna flag? What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Either way, man.
Well, they knew how the stun, you could never find both of them, so they were looking to the future, like no one's gonna want two of them or couldn't find two of them, so they resolved it right here with this.
That turtle flag will be $400 on eBay in 50 years. Yeah.
Bart Simon asks, how is a chopper only $5 more? The chopper does not have a figure.
It's chunky.
The Awe Striker has the April O'Neil as Scarlet figure. The turtle fly copter does not have a figure of its own, so that's probably helps even out the cost a little bit.
I would have put Snake Eyes driving because it looks like it doesn't look like a visor. It looks like he's literally driving blind. That would have been amazing.
Codename Magoo.
Yeah, and he looks like he's expecting to crash at any moment.
I maintain these are fun.
Oh yeah, definitely fun. Just something that I knew I could hold off on getting it myself down the road. I hope.
Telling you, man, you need to maybe convince the partner that this is maybe a Labor Day present.
Yeah. Happy summer.
Christmas in July.
Yeah.
But so again, if these are there for you, they're up at Big Bad Toy Store. They're up at Entertainment Earth. Anywhere online where you get your toys, these are there for you. Go via Condios and enjoy. Mark Webber will not be.
You know what? I'll take a look at the O'Neill. That one's got a shot. The rest.
And again, it's a better raw striker than they have for classified.
Is this a bandwidth situation, Mark? Because I know you're a huge G.I. Joe collector and a Transformer collector, and you get a couple odds and ends and stuff like that, and you're a big sports fan. So is this a bandwidth thing? Because that's how it is for me. I'm looking at it as a bandwidth. Right now, there's so much stuff I have to pre-order, and I'm about to plop down $1,000 in the next couple weeks for Yojo June. So is that the same for you?
I was never a Turtles guy. I respect Turtles like crazy for being one of the most evergreen toy brands. And just there's always Turtles on the shelf. And I mean that in a positive way. But I was never a Turtles guy. So just because it crosses over with Joe doesn't mean I have to have it. And, I'm deep into classified and still filling holes in my old Real American Hero collection and collecting comic books, the odd Transformer here and there. So it's easier than ever for me to say no to something new, brand new. Like, you know what? If I'm just not doing any of it, then I never have to worry about it. So I think that's where I'm at. And I'd forgotten April O'Neil is the driver for the figure that comes with the Shell Striker. So $18 for April O'Neil looking like Scarlet, maybe. $50 to get her. She doesn't even get to drive. She's a driver. She comes with a vehicle and they have her riding on the side. That's sexist.
Legitimate question. Mark Webber, help me understand how Playmates can charge less per figure than Hasbro, still have to pay a licensing fee and get new tooling.
I mean, they're paying 2 licensing fees, right? One for Turtles and one for Joe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Playmates has the Turtles license, so they're not paying for that one.
Well, I mean, you have the license, but you still pay a royalty.
But isn't Playmates grandfathered in since they had it before the company even existed? Teenage Mutant Turtles.
I don't obviously I don't know how it works, but if you don't own the IP outright, like Hasbro owns G.I. Joe, then you're paying a royalty on it.
Okay.
So
we'll just say that, but I call it an additional licensing.
Fair.
I'm sure a lot of it's got to do with the construction of the figure and stuff like that.
I mean, I assume there's a ton of parts sharing between the Turtles, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
Those aren't 4 head-to-toe original sculpts.
No.
So,
I think the feet are probably reused. Maybe the hands, maybe a couple of the parts of the legs might be a little reused.
Right.
I think you're right.
The knees and the elbows are both double jointed, so the parts in between are probably reused on all 4 of them. But past that, it looks pretty unique, right? Like they went out of their way to make a Snake Eyes or a Snake Eyes. What's his name? Leonardo. They went out of their way to make a distinctive shipwreck Michelangelo. So I think a lot of those pieces are going to be unique. Obviously, they're not using April O'Neil for anybody else.
No,
all the villains are pretty disparate. It's Krang and Shredder and all the Bebop and Rocksteady. So you're not reusing a lot there.
Yeah,
I think that's a valid question, really.
I assume they're not losing money on it, but they may be making almost nothing.
Maybe it's one of those things. They were on their way out and they were like, screw it. Here, let's throw a bunch of money at this.
Maybe they're getting a little scratch from Hasbro just for the cross marketing.
Maybe.
Jason Reed asked, did you guys say what scale these are in? It's turtle scale. Yeah, whatever. They're the same size that the turtle figures normally are.
I think 5 inches or something, whatever that is.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, they're in step with that stuff. So, but again, they're fun. If they're your cup of tea, by all means, jump on them. They're available to you to start getting now. Next news item.
Shell.
Hey, well, look, we're already in the Skybound calendar. And I don't even have any books to give you for next week, for tomorrow. That's how good this one is. That's how much news we got this week.
I got a clue for you.
Void Rivals, Mark's favorite.
I don't know if you guys are aware of this. I got a clue for you. There's another Hasbro property that's going to get a variant cover in the blind bag mask #1. So if you get one of the 3 variant covers, it could be a brand new Hasbro property that's coming to Skybound. There's a little insight for you.
All right. You heard it from David T. Allen. My Little Pony coming soon from Skybound.
Ooh.
It's not My Little Pony. It's somebody else. But
My buddy.
Pet Shop this fall.
My buddy.
It's Beyblade.
It's not Beyblade either.
My Pet Monster this October from Skybound.
It's Beat 'em On. No.
Who would you think would be in a cross continuity universe that Hasbro would utilize? They've already got G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Mask. Who's next? Who do you think is next?
I would say, based on the effort that Hasbro put into pushing comic books, I would say it probably, for me, would be Micronauts.
Yeah, or Visionaries or Action Man, something like that.
What about ROM?
Also there, right there with the Micronauts on my list, really.
ROM there were lots of legal issues with ROM, which is why they didn't do more with them. They own, that's a good idea. They only own what was legally on the packaging of the original ROM. They don't own anything from the Marvel Comics run.
Right.
So ROM was always a kind of tough sell because you really only have the guy, and the term Dire Wraiths, I think, is on the box. Yeah. But they can't look like the Dire Wraiths from the comic. And that's the only place you ever saw the Dire Wraiths, because the ROM action figure line was dig it wrong.
Is that why it looked so weird in the Revolutions box set when you did ROM and the Dire Wraith? They looked totally different.
That was a great set, man. Sold like crazy too. I wonder who put that one together.
I have a couple of problems with that set, but I've talked to Daryl DePriest about that at length, my issues with it, but they're my personal issues, and they're not anything to do with the fandom or anything. But I do have 2 issues with that box set.
I mean, if you want to feed them out to me, I'll field them.
No, he explained. I've talked to Daryl 5 times about this and stuff, and he explained the reasoning behind it and why they were doing it and this and that, but I don't want to get tomatoes thrown at me in the chat. So there you go.
That's fair.
I have to say, look at Weber fishing for compliments and just getting his hand smacked.
Oh, it's fine.
It would have been a perfect top 10, like 10 out of 10, if these 2 things were corrected. It really would have. I love it, but
and I don't get to find them out. You better tell me later.
I will.
Fair.
So anyways, tomorrow at your local comic shop, Void Rivals 30 and the Void Rivals Deluxe Hardcover Book 2. June 3rd, next week, a week from tomorrow. The G.I. Joe Deluxe Hardcover Book 1 will hit the stands. And then on June 10th, Real American Hero 329. First edition of Mask, first issue of Mask, and Transformers 33. So June 10, really, the next big week here on the Skybound calendar.
Can you post this comment by Michael Gene Fleming, Michael? Or Mike?
There we go. Given ROM was made with Marvel Legends last year, I had assumed that Hasbro and Marvel Disney had come to some kind of understanding concerning ROM ownership.
There's not much understanding they have to do. Hasbro owns ROM. Hasbro makes Marvel Legends. they probably talked to Marvel about, hey, what about if we did a Marvel, something in the just clear it with the licensor saying, do you want this as part of your toy line or not?
Yeah.
I mean, the ROM they made looked like the original ROM figure, right? So
better, but
yeah. Well, yes, no diagonal cut into the hands for the weapons, but there's no legal issue there because it looks like the original ROM toy.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. I'm curious if they would do Micronauts. The thing about Micronauts is there's a lot of toy Micronauts, and then there are comic book Micronauts. Obviously, you're not going to be able to use some of the characters that Marvel created, like Bug and a couple of adversaries. But Super 7's been doing the O-Ring Reaction Plus Micronauts. Actually, here you go, Micronauts. So I'm wondering how, as Marvel Legends would do some of the other ones, like Bug and that type of stuff. I don't know.
As I, from when I was there, couldn't touch anything that was Marvel specific. We could only do stuff based on the original toy line. Now that was a while ago. That absolutely could have changed, but that was the reality back when I was at Hasbro.
Right.
Although those things may have cooled because they did release the trades.
Yeah, that's another thing. They've been doing the omnibuses. They've been doing the epic editions. You're right, Rob, at Marvel Comics. And I think they had to make some agreement for that.
Yeah.
It's been a real fruitful partnership for both parties. So I'm sure that the wheels are a little bit greasier now than when Weber was haunting the halls of Providence.
Right.
I would like to get a Bug for my Guardians of the Galaxy, my Abnett and Lanning Guardians of the Galaxy. Bug was on that team, and we'll probably never get that figure to complete that team.
All right.
Carlos Salinas in the comments knows what's up.
He loves Roadblock and Doc in that set.
That's right. Who got you that Renegades Roadblock that was never released and was never gonna? Who did that? I know a guy. That's right.
I don't know.
Doc was a friggin' dire wraith in that set, or whatever.
Oh man.
Doc was here to try and end humankind.
Yeah.
Our Pelic 83, longtime audio listener, switched to YouTube in the last few months because I needed my Kokomo Toys jingle. Made it to my first live show as I usually hit the replay. Excellent. Good to have you, man. Round of applause.
That's right. Welcome home.
My apologies on the audio feed. Eventually, we will get it caught up, but my God, there's just way too much on the plate right now. We're doing our best. It's either continue to produce weekly new shows or stop and get the library caught up. And at some point, there'll be a week that gets missed where I can get the audio library caught up. But we got somebody paying us to be here and try and stump Racktime Rob for the next month and a half. So it's not going to be for a little bit.
Here at What's on Joe Mind, we call not fulfilling our responsibilities outreach. Yeah.
Are you going to do your Kokomo jingle?
Well, yeah, at the end of the show, sure.
Yeah, but not on demand. I mean,
wait, what do we do? Requests?
We're not,
I do requests.
We're not dancing cats.
We got to pay Kokomo for that.
Super chat is open if somebody's got a live request. That's all I'm saying. Super chat is always open.
Sing for us, silly boys.
Look, $20 in the super chat. It's time for the Kokomo Toys thing. Anyhow, next news item. Hey, still going on. It's the swag shop at TeePublic having a big old sale through the end of the month. That's right. Through Friday? Is that Friday? Yeah. Up to 40% off on tees and deep discounts on everything else site-wide. Sweatshirts, mugs, magnets, ball caps, gym shorts, and all kinds of just crazy crap that we've got a What's on Joe Mind logo you can slap on. Link is down below. Michael Bailey, Yo Joe. Well, Yo Joe to you too, sir.
Exactly.
Yo Joe.
And also included the 15th anniversary logo designs by designer Cullen Davis. You can see the What's on Joe Mind gold standard, which I was modeling on the sales floor at the Ohio Toy and Comic Show this weekend. And red, white, and blue steel, which Racktime Rob was modeling on the Ohio Toy and Comic Show sales floor this past weekend. Those are available to you as part of the sale, just like everything else. Dave, which one did you get, and why is it both?
I love this logo, and I think it's fantastic. I want to get this at JoeFest, but you guys aren't going to be at JoeFest, so now I'm going to have to pre-order it. But I do love this. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm going to have to get that.
Our merch is all at the swag shop. So if you are seeing this at JoeFest, we're not going to sell you a T-shirt at JoeFest because we don't have T-shirts to sell you physically.
Oh,
all made to order by TeePublic at the link in the description.
On sale now.
On sale through the end of the month. Well, get it now.
Which this just in is Sunday, not Friday.
Friday? I don't know. Look, man, I don't know what day it is ever.
I don't know about your calendars and our schedules. I'm but a caveman.
Yeah, just a simple caveman. Diana asks, "Are there pictures of you modeling?" There was a quick shot of us on the Skeletron Instagram feed of Racktime Rob and I modeling the new T-shirts. So it was there. I don't know if it's still there.
I heard there's some on the dark web, on a website that if you go to, all your ads are going to change. Yeah.
Mike, are you modeling this on OnlyFans?
No, in fact.
That implies fans.
Yeah,
Right.
we're on OnlyFan. We got one. One.
We're just only.
We have a few. We have a few backers who send us money every month. About 20. I would say we do okay in that regard. I think we would do better if we had an OnlyFans, like as a threat. Like if we were like, you need to subscribe to our OnlyFans or we will start posing nude.
Yeah. And they'll be like, oh no.
Here's some money.
Too sexy.
I will be doing the dance of the 7,000 veils.
Right.
Oh man.
But so maybe we just need to go about creative marketing. Do we know?
I know a guy.
Do we know marketers?
I know a guy.
I catch your ads sometimes on Instagram, Mike, which I'm very happy that you guys are on Instagram now. I don't think you were that long ago. When did you join Instagram?
I don't know, maybe 6 years ago.
Wow. I'm just seeing your ads now then?
I don't know. We don't pay for nothing, so.
Yeah. We spend all our ad budget on Bluesky. It's not going well.
It's not. It's not.
Get on TikTok.
We're too old for TikTok. We are Bluesky and MySpace.
Yeah. We don't. There actually is a What's on Joe Mind TikTok, but TikTok is the most infuriating service that I could I had to stop because it was just such a pain in the butt. So we just have we have our YouTube channel where we do shorts sometimes, and you'll find us in the shorts or rotation. And then we've got Facebook and Instagram, and we do have a Bluesky account, although sometimes I forget to update it. Like I don't think I posted to it this week with the new show, but
there was a short the other day that I saw on YouTube. I just happened to come across it. There was a What's on Joe Mind episode from like 6 years ago. I was like, what the heck? Where did this episode come from?
G.I. Joe 66 says we need a Beachhead Count T-shirt for $265. It changes too often. We'd be doing a new T-shirt every other week.
We have those. We just sell them on our Geocities, our Alta Vista, and our Angel Fire accounts. Yeah.
Man, they're making a lot of beachheads. They're on like their fourth beachhead now for classified?
It is only available at alt.black.conspiracy/helicopters.
I got to buy that. I think it is available.
Just
put a picture up there of me going, yeah.
I think you're right, Dave, because there was the Cobra Island one, and then there was the retro one, and then we had a Night Force one. So
the running variant as well with the whatever eye change.
Yeah, the blue eyes versus brown eyes. So yeah, I guess technically we're on 4, but
I'm not counting the eye color variant. As
Dude,
another figure.
back in my Target shopping days, I got one of each, and Mike didn't have one yet, and I gave him his pick of eye color because I don't care. And that shows how long it's been since I did anything nice for Mike, because I bought that for him out of my own pocket at a Target store.
Right. It was before the embargo.
Yeah, it was pretty slick.
Can you post this comment, Mike? I believe it's by G.I. Joe 66 Delta 17. He asks, do I have any more news on Super 7 or classified exclusives?
No.
If you guys want to watch, I'm sorry to plug my own show, but I did a 2.5 hour special on Saturday, all the leaks, insights, and previews leading up to Yojo June, and all classified information is on that video. Super 7, we will be having 3 exclusives at JoeFest, and they will all be Ninja Force exclusives, and you probably have already seen 2 of them.
So that's not very exclusive.
Does one of them rhyme with Bujikang?
Yeah, no. No.
We all know what I'm hoping for when it comes to Ninja Force.
Now I know what Gary Payton felt like all those years, man. Throw it up over the hoop. Go, yes, I'll be here sooner or later.
Ninja Force. Michael Gene Fleming loves Ninja Force. He's absolutely a big fan of it. Ninja Force Beach.
That's a t-shirt with beachheads all over it. Might be super cool, right? But it might get us super sued.
Yeah,
so I have to be real careful when I'm throwing actual, GI Joe things like on the logo here. It was my idea to have the outline of the Conquest because the Conquest is a very distinct jet. It doesn't exist in real life, so I figured it was a cool one to use here. But an outline is as far as we were going to go on that, right? So because I don't want to get sued. I ain't got no money, and that ain't going to stop Hasbro.
Hey,
I don't know about that. They seem very laxed in their lawsuit endeavors. A lot of people have been getting away with all kinds of stuff for decades.
Well, I mean, Hasbro's lawyers are smart people, right? They understand you don't sue broke people. That's the first rule of lawsuits. Don't sue broke people.
Ben and Ray Bob's got a good point here about the crossover America's really waiting for.
This one here. When is Hasbro going to make that Raptor Honcho combo figure?
Pretty simple. When they meet my price, baby.
Right.
And I'm not trying to break the bank, right? I just want my back pay since April 2017. So,
hey, there might be another Raptor coming in the fall that's connected to the Dyer technology, and it's using some weird code name like Hawk. It'll look like you, Mike. You never know.
I think the code name for that figure is Craptor. That's what I think it probably is. That's what I think.
You don't like this figure?
I like the figure. I do like the figure, and I like the Dyer tech stuff. That doesn't mean I like both, right? Like, you ever had butterscotch marinara? It's awful.
You got chocolate in my guacamole.
Right?
Guacamole in my chocolate.
I could go for some caramel sriracha right now. Let me tell you.
Two great tastes best left far, far apart.
Yeah.
Pelic 83 making his impact felt. She bangs, plays, and I regret I can only like this video once. That's what I'm talking about there, man.
Play it again. It's funny.
If you change it 25%, they can't sue you. That's the Star Wars way around it. Look, we did once have a t-shirt that had a beachhead on it. I used them as part of a postcard on our JoeFest shirt for 2024. So it's out there.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything to us.
And as a basic disclaimer, don't take your legal advice from the comments section of what's on Joe Mind.
Put this wreck ship comment up there, 85. That is hilarious. To Mark.
Yeah, no, Mark. It's like mayo chip.
Oh, that's called fancy sauce.
It's called Russian or whatever you call that salad dressing, German or whatever.
German.
Thousand Island? No, there's no relish.
There you go, Thousand Island.
Oh,
You cannot joke about German dressing. German dressing is not funny.
German dressing is sauerkraut.
There you go.
next news item.
Do.
Oh, we do have our GI Joe FundMe's, of course. Links to all of them are down below. We've talked about Roger Taft already tonight. He is continuing to have some surgery issues with his eyes, so that is there for you to donate. Jamie Sullivan is gearing up for just one more round of foot surgeries. Things finally look like they're starting to come up well for him there, so we want to finish strong there. Cousin Kenny from the toy department, the man who is behind the Ohio Toy and Comic Show, still stuck under a mountain of legal bills from a misbegotten lawsuit, and Diana Davis stuck under a mountain of a vet bill because her dog doesn't understand that you don't eat the curtains.
Not even with caramel sriracha sauce.
Not even. I mean,
No.
especially not then.
Mm-mm.
Especially not then, because then it's not just indigestion; it's heartburn.
It was bad for the pupilla.
Right. It's bad news there. But so again, all four of these links are down below. If you've got $1 or $2 or whatever you can shake out of the couch, every little bit helps and helps these folks, deal with their greatest sin of just being, underinsured. So again, whatever you can do. If you can't donate yourself, do us a favor and just help spread the word again through whatever your social media circles are in the hobby. Spread this stuff around with just a click and a copy and a paste. Next news item.
Do.
Hey, we've got sometimes news happens and it's not Tuesday.
Mm-mm.
So a good place to stop and check it out is at the Surveillance Port. Check out surveillance-port.com for any of your daily GI Joe news. I also give you a look at some of things that maybe we don't do here at What's on Joe Mind, like review videos and things like that. By folks who are far more talented about that sort of thing than we'd ever be, because that involves like the ability to produce video well, and we don't have that here.
Mm-mm.
Speaking as the lead producer on the team, we don't have that here.
We got nothing.
We got nothing. We got nothing.
Bupkis.
But exactly, sweet Bippy.
Yeah,
But
we got Saddle production.
so that's surveillance-port.com. Why'd he take the one that's so tough to spell? We don't know. But whatever. Screen cap the screen or whatever. Surveillance-port.com for all those days that aren't Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then come back and see us on Tuesday. We'll talk more about these things and probably things like Mayo Chup.
Right. And not everybody knows this, but if you get 2 of the vintage Surveillance Port sets and set them up back to back, you have the least structurally sound installation ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's barely less structurally sound than just one surveillance port.
Yeah. You're not keeping nobody out. Save your money.
No, that old surveillance port thing, it's like Roadblock would just kind of walk and push that over.
That's a pretty crap toy. Great website. Crap toy.
Right. I mean, better than the Buzzbore.
I didn't buy the Buzzbore when I was a kid. One of the few that I had money and didn't buy, but I bought it as an adult, and it has a kind of charm.
There's a bit of a dedicated fan base for the Buzzbore, which I'm shocked at because I think it's terrible.
It's
The
not a match for.
Buzzborians.
It's road. I'm waiting for classified Road Toad. That's what I'm waiting for.
No way. Please
Oh, man.
do not.
And I just read a bunch of Joe comics in a row, but one of the retailer incentive covers was a badass shot of Roadblock with the low crawl vehicle. God bless whoever told the artist, or God bless the artist for going, I'll do it, but only if I get the low crawl vehicle. Salute.
LCV for life.
So good.
I call that the little brother of the Havoc.
Pretty much. It looks like a piece of the Havoc that fell off.
Yeah.
It just spawned off the back of the Havoc.
Mike, that's our next shirt, man. We got to make a legally not too close to the NWO LCV shirt. LCV for life.
Hey, can you highlight this comment, Alistair Kiefer?
The A-lister, Alistair Keffer, says classified pogo. And
I would love that.
It's hard to argue with it, frankly.
What was it? What did they name it second time around?
The Star Brigade pogo? What was it?
Yeah.
The Invader.
Oh, nice.
Would they make that classified scale with actual spring-loaded legs where it could actually bounce and really give it that feel that you were supposed to have as a child?
That's
No,
a good
but it would
idea.
include a 6-inch scale vomit bucket.
No, it's a good idea that would cost them money. So no. No, they won't.
Oh, man. Anyways, next news item.
Do.
I was all set to launch us into another round of anyway, no, I'm moving on. I don't remember if it was the show or the pre-show from last week, so I'm just going to move on.
Next blather item. Do.
It's the end of the news. That's all we got. There's not a lot of news this week. G.I. Joe 3D Printing Podcast, happy to present Chunky Tank Kitty and his Meowler Tank. The boys are on every Sunday. They got a new project. The 3D printer Fang 2 is in the books. So be sure to tune in and see what Mark and Mike and Archibald and Shane have in store for us going forward. And then, of course, head over to Mark II Design on Monday nights and get Mark's State of the Union address that he does every week there. Lots of good podcasting time spent with the folks at the G.I. Joe 3D Printing Podcast. Our pal and occasional guest host, Mark Gerwig. I'm waiting for anything.
You said that they did a 3D printed version 2 of the Fang. Now, there's that third-party company that's doing the Fang with the canopy and stuff like that. What would you prefer as a classified scale Fang? The original Fang that killed the pilot when it went out, or the version 2, which I think is much cooler and would be much more unique as a classified version?
The Death Trap, of course.
I think the original Fang, while it is fundamentally flawed, looks a little bit more military. The Fang 2 is it almost looks like something that Batman should be flying around in. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like it from that perspective. I like the Fang 2. I just think it's miscast as a G.I. Joe or Cobra vehicle. It really feels like a superhero bit. Mm-hmm.
The Fang is Cobra's little Nelly.
Yeah, I kind of dig the Fang. So the original Fang a little bit more. I think classified. I think the classified designers could do things with the original Fang to make it a little bit less of a death trap.
So, where's the fun in that?
I just think that's what they promoted guys to. They didn't like in the Cobra ranks. Like, hey, Cliff, what? You just got promoted to Viper pilot or to a Fang pilot. About damn time. Yes,
but isn't that weird, Mark, that all the classified Cobra vehicles are now safe? Like the Trouble Bubble is safe, the Claw's safe.
The Trouble Bubble's not safe.
Yes, it is. It's got a strap. The previous one, there was no strap. That guy could fall out just a jumble of that Trouble Bubble. But now he's got a strap.
That thing is wearing the pilot for protection. That's not safe.
Plus, they put a not fun air mine for him to land on as he falls. So that's not good either.
That's a T-shirt of ours that nobody bought.
The not fun air mine?
Not fun air mine with the little
an aerial mine.
Yeah, whatever. I can only imagine Snake Eyes kicking you out of your Trouble Bubble. And as you fall to your death, you're like, man, this sucks. Hey, what's that big slug of plastic thing below me that's ticking? Bam. Tough day.
But that's the thing, though, with classified, it seems like they are doing that. They are making things a little bit more safer for our imaginary toys. So I think you're right about the Fang, Mike. I think they probably might make it a little safer.
Just give it one of those like you get on a roller coaster, those shoulder harnesses just to hold them down into the seat. Something to fight that.
Yeah, he's gonna have it. Basically, it's gonna have a seatbelt, but otherwise, it's basically it's a
little bit.
It's the kids. It's the Dumbo ride detached from Dumbo.
To this day, no Cobra operative has survived a 360 loop in a Cobra Fang. We'll see. They keep trying.
That's what happens when you get a vehicle sponsored by Cuisinart.
That's the news.
Oh, yes.
No, it went twice on me there. I don't know what's going on. We'll be back with more with our guest David Allen and JoeFest 2026 after a quick word from our wonderful friends and sponsors at Kokomo Toys. Stay with us.
We buy, sell, and trade vintage and modern toys. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, DC, and more. Located in beautiful downtown Kokomo, Indiana, we are open every Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. It's a theme park of nostalgia. Join the thousands of people who have traveled from all over the Midwest for over a decade to buy and sell with us. Get your geek on.
Well, as we said, Rob and I were out in Cincinnati at the Ohio Toy and Comic Show. So that's I'm going to consider that the first major event on the G.I. Joe calendar because we were there. No offense to the other shows, but we weren't at those. We were at this one, so it's going to be the first one for us. Which means it's time to tag in and start the countdown clock on the next major event. That's right. It's almost time.
JoeFest 2026, rock and roll.
David T. Allen. Real quick, man. You've been involved with this show for how long now?
The entire time. I took 1 year off for my 20th anniversary, and I've been there every year. They call me the voice of JoeFest, and I'm one of the managers. So there's the owner, Ed Schumacher, his wife, Lauren Schumacher, and then me.
Okay. All right. So you're not quite in the will, but almost.
Right, exactly.
You've been legally adopted by the Schumacher.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, all right.
That's what the T stands for.
You are
Schumacher.
It's a silent T.
Yeah.
It's T for the Schumacher.
No,
Yeah.
the T is for Tiberius.
There you go.
Ooh, that's slick.
Even better.
You guys don't know what that reference is from?
I got it. I know my Kirk.
And come on, man.
So, but
Dude, we are hip and happening. I don't know.
That was the name of the Captain Kirk inspired cologne. Tiberius.
Oh, yeah.
Smells like a captain.
And works 60% of the time.
Every time.
JoeFest is happening this year on June 26th through the 28th. That is at the Augusta Marriott at the Convention Center in lovely Augusta, Georgia. A guest of honor this year is the legend Larry Hama. Other guests you can see there, we've got them kind of broken down by category. We've got John Anderson, Dan Gilvezen, Lauren Lester, Samantha Newark, Lisa Raggio, Sergeant Slaughter, Keone Young. From the animation side, I think we got writer Michael Charles Hill, storyboard artist Larry Houston, all kinds of comic creators, Robert Adkins, Guy Dorian, Chris Mooneyham, Brian Shearer, George Viga, Rod Wiggum, former Hasbro folks, Daryl DePriest and Brian Wilk, and then toy companies upon toy companies upon toy companies. Basically, if you make a toy that you like and they're not Hasbro, they're probably at JoeFest. And then many other folks who are not on this list at all. Dave, how daunting is it to put together a guest list like this for a show this size?
It is very, very difficult because we try to rotate guests out and try to rotate different interests for the fan base, because you don't want to see Keon Young 4 years in a row, but if you see him every couple of years, it's fine, because then you kind of you lost that interest, and then you got it back, that feeling with guests and stuff like that. There's people that are obviously part of the family. Sergeant Slaughter, he's part of the family. We can't have this show without Sergeant Slaughter. Larry Hama's been to most of them, not all of them, but he's a big guest, and I highly recommend, if you've not seen Larry Hama at a G.I. Joe show, that you get to Larry Hama, because I don't want to be morbid, but we're losing comic book greats left and right this year.
All right. Well, that's foreboding.
Yeah.
all of a sudden, Robert Atkins is like, "Wait a minute,
Hey,
I feel good. I'm 43."
Mooney canceling his travel plans. Got no fear.
Chris Mooneyham at 35. Just do I feel sweaty.
Chris Mooneyham's like,
Right?
I think I got the lung pop.
Yeah, Larry Hama, the picture of health. Come on now, let's not cast shadows in places that don't need to be cast.
George Vega is like, no more string fighting for me.
That's it. I'm out. No more of that. But about when do you start booking guests for this thing, man?
We've already started booking guests for 2027, our 10th anniversary. So we have to start like at least 2 years in advance for the year that we're approaching. So this show, we started this well before last year's show.
There you go. That answers that. Maybe that's why I could never get CoilCon over the hump. Oh,
well,
wait,
when you're launching a new show, trust me, I know with my own show, you have to budget it. You have to look at your expenses. It's a lot tighter. But as you go year after year, you can plan a little further out, because you know what the success rate is and how it all worked that year. And okay, we did this year and it worked, and we adjusted here and adjusted there, and we worked. So we can plan a couple of years. I'm looking at a couple of years down the road on my own show, which is, I consider it the sister show of JoeFest. But yeah, you got to play it safe at the beginning.
But, so again, a lengthy guest list at the show, to be certain.
Oh yeah, a lot of new people, a lot of first-time guests, a lot of vendors that we've never had, a lot of international vendors from all kinds of different countries that we've never had before. It is truly the international G.I. Joe event of the year.
And so if you need more specific pricing information than what we've got here, and Lord knows I didn't get into pricing because there's just a lot of different packages available, whether you're buying single-day tickets or single-day tickets with early entry or family, there's family pricing available. It's all at JoeFestUSA.com. So if you are still haven't bought tickets for JoeFest and you're planning on making the trip out to Augusta, head over to JoeFestUSA.com. Not only is that the place you have to go to actually buy the tickets, but it'll price things out for you there.
I'll give a suggestion. I highly recommend the VIP tickets and pass, because for that $1, that is the best value that you're going to get, and it is a phenomenal package that you get. I think there's like an exclusive figure, and there's early birds. There's all kinds of different events that are included with that. I think that's your best value, and our pricing is so low. If you guys realized what we're pricing stuff, you'd be stunned that we're still in business, because the pricing is so low on these tickets for everybody, because it's a family event. It's where people plan their vacation every year to come to this event once a year from their job, and they come to JoeFest with their kids and their wife. There's stuff for everybody to do at JoeFest.
So on the 26th, that is Friday night. That's preview night. And the floor is only open from 6 to 8.
Yep.
June 27th, Saturday, it's 11 to 5. June 28th, Sunday, noon to 3. Early bird pricing on Saturday and Sunday gets you in the door an hour earlier both days.
Yep.
But let's talk about some of these other events. I didn't get into them too much, David. I want you to tell us all about that stuff. Friday night is the annual swap meet, now the Aaron Dietrich Memorial Swap Meet. What's up with that?
So it's where people can just bring their stuff that they want to get rid of, that they don't have the bandwidth to do a vendor space, or they couldn't get a vendor space because we have a 600 person waiting list on the vendor spaces. So people just bring a few totes and they'll lay it out in the hallway. The hotel lets us go on the second floor, and we've got that entire area always down there. And it's now the Aaron Dietrich swap meet, and it's one of those things that we hang out, we talk, we buy toys, we there's all kinds of stuff going on. It's like a hangout, and people are there till like 3 a.m. just chit chatting and stuff like that. And thankfully, the restaurant bar is open till 3 o'clock in the morning, so you can get some beverages and adult beverages and things, and just have a fun time hanging out with your Joe Bros.
What if I want a child's beverage, Dave? What if I want to go to the Aaron Dietrich swap meet and get a chocolate milk?
Yeah.
I don't know if they have chocolate milk. There might be a Yoo-hoo in the vending machine. Yoo-hoo in the vending machine. That's where I would go there.
All right.
I like that you could be on the fence about whether you want to buy something or not. Go downstairs, get yourself a drink, come back up, make that purchase.
Right.
Yep, and then your car is full of stuff. You're like, where the hell did this stuff come from?
It's like, well, my overhead bin is full. That's I wonder if this Terradrome will fit in the little box.
Did I pay too much for these 2.5-inch Sigma 6 figures?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
The
did.
answer is probably yes.
Yes, you did.
If you paid for them, you paid too much.
Yeah.
Hey, quick update on the Command Files Kickstarter.
Yes.
It's funded.
No, but close. 8,852.
Holy
Get
cow.
with it, people.
Mark Weber, you got to get your pledge in now. Push that over the top.
We got 31 minutes left. We'll see if someone does my work for
That could be an exclusive to the show that we helped fund that. It funded while the show was on.
We've already taken credit for it, so there's no point. The continued success of After Action Report, we've taken full credit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, if it funds, it's the What's on Joe Mind bump. If it doesn't, I mean, who can guess these things, right? Like, you can't control the market. Yeah.
But you never know what you'll find at those swap meets. I found some really good deals on Sigma 6s in packages, because I'm one of the people that didn't get in on Sigma 6 when it initially came up, because there was too much stuff going on at the time for the G.I. Joe brand. So I had to pick and choose what I wanted, what scale, and I passed on Sigma 6. So I started getting it about 7 or 8 years ago, and I'm about 75% in, and I've gotten some really good deals on Sigma 6 at those swap meets.
That is true. I've been to JoeFest a couple of times. I do have to say that the true oddball stuff does happen on Friday night.
Yeah,
that is where that is available to you at its easiest.
Yep. There's a bunch of guys from Ireland and England that come, and you can buy some really cheap pallet toy stuff. And there's a ton of I guess they're called Skeletrons, the vintage pallet toy. RoboSkull, that's it. But yeah, those guys have some really primo stuff at really decent prices.
I mean, relatively speaking, it's still even low, even though their low prices are enough to make your hair curl if you're not ready for it, because those are expensive and rare items at this point.
Yeah.
But they're giving it. They're beating the tail off any place I see here stateside.
Yep, definitely.
But what else do we have here, Dave? There's all kinds of panels and classes. Why don't you talk some about the panels that we've got lined up?
Well, yeah. So we try to curate some interesting panels based on the third-party toy companies and stuff like that. So you might see a upcoming lineup for Big Bad Toy Workshop, or Brian Flynn might get out there and shill some new product coming out in the fall, or you might get a Samantha Newark, and I'm blanking on the woman's name that did the clothes for Gem. I did a panel with the two of them last year. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. And it was a really good Gem panel if you're interested in Gem and the holograms. And so then there's also the D-Class team always goes into the minutia of the G.I. Joe brand and picks out some sort of corner and does this really nice detail panel with Pat Stewart and Chris Murray. And then there's some upcoming new companies like comic companies, or like Skybound that might want to talk about some comics, or there might be a Larry Hama interview by Talking Joe or something like that. All kinds of different stuff. Very interesting. I have a hard time trying to do my job at JoeFest and try to get as many panels in, because I love panels and I do several of the panels. So it's a balancing act for me trying to do everything myself.
But, Turd Ferguson with the offer just for me to come buy their totes. He'll have an iced tea. I mean, I guess if I'm gonna be at a swap meet, though, I want a chocolate milk.
People do that, you know. People do that at the swap meet. They'll buy a guy's entire loadout, or whatever you want to call that. And they're like, "Hey, I'll give you $500 for everything you have here." And then, yeah, they sell the whole thing sometimes.
I got to give a shout out to Turd Ferguson for the best avatar I've ever seen, maybe in my whole life.
Right? Get the real thing there.
With the big hat. It's funny.
Look at that big hat. It's funny.
Game. Pop it the whole way. Job along in Toy City notes that no Kickstart Our Hearts bumper until it's funded. That's right.
Girls got to have our standards.
After Action Report will get its Kickstart Our Heart bumper when they get to 9,000. Damn it. Go ahead, David. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
Oh, that's right. I have a question for you guys, because you were part of an initiative that we intentionally did with JoeFest. It was an idea that Ed came up with, and I was like, this is a good idea. That we went to the community and we were like, you know, we want to push this show to the next level. And we went to people like Dan Larson. We went to Pixel Dan. We went to you guys. We went to Toy Kind of Move. We went to couple other ones that I can't really name, and said, hey, you guys, you're invited. We invited you. I don't know if we gave you hotel rooms, but I think we gave you spaces. We gave you the opportunity to do interviews and things like that to help promote the show. Was that a good idea? Do you think that was a successful initiative by us? And would you guys like to come back at some point?
We'd absolutely love to come back. We were, that was 2024. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it back last year. But and I know Mark has been there in previous years without the show. I had been to 2019 show, just kind of floating around as an attendee. So we have we've been to JoeFest both as guests and as not guests. But what I would say about 2024 was it was a good plan, but frankly the amount of it was difficult to do show stuff because the floor was just, you guys were packed.
Yeah,
I mean, it was I mean, and again, nice problem to have, right? That's the problem you want to have.
Exactly.
So. But there just wasn't the opportunity, the space to necessarily get that done at a time when people were able to get that done. So I would say if the plan is to use some space at JoeFest for interviews and PR and things like that, I would say be more proactive about setting that time aside and setting some space aside, like that, just having a dedicated interview area where fans don't go. You have to have a press pass to get in, and stuff like that. So I would say that would be the only tweak to that I would make, because we brought everything down to do things like that.
Yeah,
but that opportunity just wasn't there because, I mean, frankly, we couldn't get out of the booth.
And we had free cake.
We did. Yeah,
I love that cake. That was delicious.
Yeah,
the Gunny is
a good idea though. having a press pass to get in or a big hat.
Or either or. I'll accept
big hat.
What do you guys think about guests that are not technically announced that come and show up, like Seth Green? What do you think about people like that? Do you want more things like that, surprises that you don't even know are coming?
I mean, I didn't know how to approach Seth Green that year, and that was 24 when he popped up, because I didn't know if he was there as a fan or there because you guys asked him to be there.
No, he was there as a fan. He was working with Matt LaCroix on a project, and he did a panel for a show that he was trying to pitch to Netflix. So there was 2 or 3 reasons why he was there, and the same for the year after last year. He was there again for the same 3 reasons. They did the fumbles figure for Matt LaCroix. They did the panel again. They were farther along with that pitch for Netflix, and then he was also a fan. He was buying stuff.
Sure. And again, that was more clear in 2025 when it was the repeat trip, so to speak. But in 24, it was a little, like I kept my distance. I didn't want to run up to him like Johnny Fanboy and be like, "Hey, we want to be on our," and when he was there on vacation, right?
Right.
So I would say if you're going to have somebody there that is a guest, you need to at least announce them as a guest. Like if you show up as a fan, then that's their responsibility and their deal. But if you have, if you have any hand in somebody appearing at your show, I would say that needs to always be on the up and up as far as being announced as such.
Yeah.
But
you also want to tie a balloon to Seth Green so you don't lose him.
he was a little tough to keep track of there.
He was moving. There's no doubt about it. But he was very friendly. He was very outgoing. He never said no to anybody that asked him a question or asked for an autograph or a photo with them and stuff like that. I felt bad for the guy because I'm like, well, if I'm there to try to buy stuff and I have dedicated times that I'm doing a panel or I'm doing a signing at a booth or whatever, I would expect those would be the times I would do my business. And then the rest should be my time. But he never was on his time. He was fan oriented the entire time.
Yeah, he was very gracious with his time.
All right, quick Kickstarter update. Fire up the clip, Mike, because it's at 9,047.
Oh, it did it! Yay!
You know what it's time for then.
Yep.
Yeah. That's right.
I might have been the one that pushed it over, but anyway.
Well earned.
There you go. That's our seed, our dark agent.
What companies? Here's a question for you guys. Mark's worked for several companies and stuff over the years and stuff like that.
A whole bunch.
What companies would you like to see at JoeFest in the future that you've not seen there already or is not announced for this year? I've been trying to get companies like Todd McFarlane, NECA, Skybound, and I would like what's the other company? There's a new company that is doing some stuff. I can't remember their name, but those companies. What companies do you think would be interesting for JoeFest to help us grow?
I think getting Skybound there in an official capacity would be a good.
Oh, Boss Fight. That's right. Boss Fight will be there this year. First time ever, Boss Fight. So that's the I've been trying to get them for about 2 or 3 years, and we finally did it. And Lenny, Tony, and Corey will be at that booth, and the other guy, and I can never remember his name. Eric Hall, I think his name is, something like that. I don't know, but they're all going to be there at the Boss Fight booth. I'm trying to get an interview with them for my podcast to talk about JoeFest and Boss Fight, so we'll see how that goes.
And I don't know. I never worked with Corey Kenlu, but Lenny and Tony are not just great people; they are great at shows. So that's a really good pull for you guys, especially given the recentness of the shift of both of those guys off the Joe brand. But they're just fabulous with the fans. So they'll do really well.
So who else would you guys like to see at the show? We could try to get them. You said Skybound, Mike, and
I would say that. I think that Skybound has a bit of a challenge in front of them. I know that the books moving to Skybound has been really successful for them, but I think they have something of an uphill climb still, with a lot of entrenched fans who just don't want to have anything to do with the Energon universe. And so I think getting out in front of the traditional Joe public would go a long way towards for them maybe opening more minds and more books to that audience. So I think that would benefit them as well as benefit us, because I think they're doing a great job on the Energon universe. So it would be neat to talk to them just about that stuff.
There's a couple of comments in the chat for different companies. Hiya, Jada, Jack Specific.
Yeah, Jim Smith wants JoeFest exclusive comics. Jada Toys out there. Hiya Toys out there. Hiya Toys would be tough just because they're entirely overseas.
Yeah.
Man, but if they brought product,
oh boy,
it'd be a big weekend.
They pay for that trip.
Well,
I'm not sure that they're allowed to sell in the U.S.
Right. You know, God forbid, they'd have to get all kinds of permits and stuff. And
well, there's a bit of a. Can you highlight this? Jobel all whatever that says, Toy City. Can't read what that is. Hiya wouldn't be able to promote their Joes if they came to the States. So there's a bit of a loophole with Hiya. So if a vendor, say, I don't know, Joe Blow Toys went and bought a lot of stuff from Hiya, and they came as a vendor, yes, they can sell Hiya toys at the show. I think you're right. I think there's a embargo on Hiya selling G.I. Joe product in America themselves, but there's not an embargo on Joe Blow Toys buying a bunch of Hiya and selling it themselves.
Right. There's extra paperwork involved with them being able to sell that officially.
Yeah.
But Hiya would not be able to do it themselves, which would be strange. Michael Gene Fleming, weird idea, but given the growth of 3D printing in the hobby, are there any 3D printer manufacturers that would come, give primers, demonstrate product, etc.? Yes, Jada would be sweet as well. Here's an idea, man. Like last week we had Daryl on, and he was talking about the garage dominium. Like maybe somebody who puts together weather controlled sheds and things like this, places for you to store your burgeoning collection. It's not a terrible idea.
Well, and the thing about it is we do get companies or vendors. Like we had, he goes by the name Motu Joe, but his company is a clamshell action figure toy business that he sells packages for toys to go into and things like that, like clamshells and stuff. And he was there last year, and I was astonished. I was like, what a brilliant idea. What a niche thing to get into, selling at conventions, packaging for toys, right? Because we want our exclusives to be minted and stuff like that. And yeah, I think you're right. I think getting into these type of things, I don't think I would want to go into like really commercial vendors like 5 Hour Energy and Red Bull and mattresses and insurance, life insurance vendors and stuff. But if it made sense for what the event is, yeah, I think you're right, Mike.
You want to have some kind of a tangential connection.
Yeah.
Again, out of left field. Having a Mountain Dew booth is one thing, but having a State Farm life insurance is something else entirely.
Robot insurance.
When the robots come, and they will.
Yeah.
For when the metal ones come.
But yeah, something like Michael was suggesting there, where you maybe you get some 3D printer folks out there.
That's a good suggestion. Yeah. I'm gonna put that up the pipeline, and we'll see what happens. I think those are all. That's a very good suggestion.
Mark Gerwig will host that panel.
We do have an event, a custom class that we do every year. It's been, I think, 12-inch the last 2 years, but I believe it's 4-inch or something this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Dave McDonald's got a good suggestion in the comments.
He does. It depends, both.
Oh yeah, because you know what?
Sometimes that juice gets loose in the caboose.
When you got your juice loose in the caboose, slap a depend on that end.
You guys had that all made up already.
When Coach Graham says "damn," he had an accident, but it's not a problem in his defense.
Maybe not a depends booth, but maybe the people at Old Spice would want to come. That's always something for a con.
Yeah, an Old Spice booth. Yeah,
Old Spice, Degree.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I know folks are recommending a lot of food and drink vendors. That tends to be problematic with what the hotel likes to do.
no, they have a thing out in the hallway that is a vendor or a venue ran kiosk or whatever you want to call that. And yeah, we can't do food and things like that. And so unless you have like a Japanese like anime type of booth and you can get weird candy and that type of thing from overseas, then probably maybe. And then I think there was a Monster Coffee place that we had a couple of times, and I think they might be back this year actually, that Monster Coffee, so that type of stuff.
I tell you, in 2024, when the Gunny brought us the hummingbird cake, they came looking for us. The hotel did. They came to find us, and they advised that, you know, we don't let people sell food in the room. And I most assuredly told them, well, we're not selling anything. We're just giving it away.
Yeah, and then would you like some?
Right. And the next words out of their mouth was, "Can I have some?" Absolutely, have some cake. So that was how that conversation went. I think it was just an opportunity for them to get some hummingbird cake, which they then said that was better cake than they made at the hotel.
Oh,
so
yeah.
More compliments to the Gunny on a fine confection.
Although I do like their restaurant, the hotel restaurant is very nicely priced, stays open very late. They're accommodating us, and those bartenders are staying there later than their schedules for this event. It is a thing that I can say is the entire city of Augusta is involved in this event. It's like a smaller scale San Diego Comic-Con, I would say. And maybe I'm over pitching it, but the city is involved with us, and we do have that relationship with the hotel, the city, and everything. And I think we really appreciate it. We couldn't do all the things that we do without it, without those relationships.
They just don't stay open late on Sunday.
Or at all.
PL Sidaway, sorry I'm late. Can you just vamp for a bit while I catch up? That's all we do most weeks, Paul. So you
pretty much
take your time.
I mean, JoeFest is the biggest event Augusta puts on all year, I'm pretty sure.
Except for the Champions golf tournament.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the Masters.
Golf.
Just Jim Nance. Even he's doing our thumbnail now.
Girls are allowed at JoeFest, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a family event. It's a family. We have children, we have wives, we have girls, we have husbands, overweight husbands, we have skinny husbands, we have balding husbands, we have short husbands. We have all the husbands.
That was more of a Masters dig than anything else.
Yeah.
Right.
Augusta National Golf Club.
You went for the low hanging fruit. Thank God. I don't want to wind up on a news show of somebody else's.
Right.
The Gunny says he's planning on bringing 20 dozen brownies of 6 varieties.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
me.
I'm not going to tell him how to do his job.
I know.
But if you bring walnuts, you might kill Diana Davis. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think she's going to be there though, Mark.
You're not helping me, Mike.
She's never been to JoeFest, to my knowledge, Diana Davis. Diana Davis, why haven't you come out to JoeFest at all? I know it's a haul from California, but we would love to have you. You can sit with Larry Hama, and we can get some photo ops with the two of you.
I think the simple and rational excuse is the 405 is jammed.
Right.
Yeah. Champ.
Good humor vending machine by the figure six pack. Jobalog in Toy City. You could brand JoeFest as the Toy Masters.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're right. We could.
Giving out green jackets.
Gunny's got pecans, Mark. Is that okay?
I'll be honest, not much better. But lots of people like him, and that's the southern thing, man. Georgia, yeah, he's going to do just fine.
Yeah.
With those pecan brownies.
Pecan.
Here's a question for you guys. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mark. Sorry.
No, I was just being lame. That's my job.
On pecans.
Oh, I love pecans. Pecan pie is like my weakness, but I love pecan pie. But what do you think is going to be the hot toy of JoeFest for 2026? You know how they have the hot toy for Christmas every year? It's going to be the Furby or the a spin twister or whatever the hell it is, or a Zuzu pet or whatever, a frozen doll or whatever. What do you think the hot toy of JoeFest 2026 is going to be?
Man, the angst I heard basically in the community was the one that sold out. I mean, they all go fast on both, but I think there were a lot of people that wanted Ninja Force Zartan and didn't get it. So I think that'll be a hot commodity, assuming it's available by then, right? So,
well, I think it is shipping. I got my shipping notification earlier in the week, and I know a lot of other people did too. So you could be right.
I didn't get my shipping notification because they didn't sell any to me.
Right.
Not that I wasn't there, 6 minutes after it dropped, but yeah.
Same.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, I'll try to see if I can find you one at a halfway decent price at JoeFest.
Bam.
Right?
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so do Mike and Rob, because they're who I usually lean on.
Well, with all the support and the things you've done for this fan base, it's the least I can do.
I appreciate it.
But Rack Time Rob, what do you think there?
For what, the hot toy at JoeFest?
A hot toy at JoeFest.
Tickle Me Destro, but of course.
I'm gonna say it's 86 beachheads because I won't be there to buy them.
Oh.
I think you're really running out. Yeah, it's getting to a point where you're not seeing a lot of beachheads, so you're really cornering the market, I think.
No, I'm not. I'm not at all. Not even close. It's not. No, it's not. That's not a healthy thing to say, David.
I don't think you can tell Mike or Rob that you're not seeing a lot of beachheads, because that's all they see.
Sometimes when I close my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you have to understand that that's a figure that was sold in 1986 and 1987, right?
Yeah.
Those are the two biggest selling years of the biggest selling toy line, perhaps of all time.
So there was like 6 million of that made, right?
There are roughly 86 billion 86 beachheads out there. So anybody trying to tell you that any of them is rare for any reason in any condition is lying to you.
Right.
Rare crotchless beachhead.
And that's why Mike won't pay more than sticker price.
I will not.
$3. $3.24 with tax.
Right. $297 plus your applicable sales taxes.
Yeah.
Anyhow. And of course, we would be remiss if we didn't bring back up the Grindhouse and Mark II design Lieutenant Snake Eater custom class, which you can get more details if you go back and check out what's on Joe Mind 381 from about 6 weeks ago.
Comes with 2 great head sculpts, which is 2 more than you got from Hasbro.
Right. You do need to find. Excuse me. You do need to get a hold of Classified Footloose and bring him along to create your Lieutenant Snake Eater figure. And again, this is from Grindhouse Toys and Mark II Design. Our buddy Mark Erwig, the occasional guest host of our program. So I think Carlos Salinas is asking me if I own an armadillo figure. Yes,
no, that's his wife.
Armadillo.
Yeah.
Armadillo.
It's the Argentinian version. They're rare.
If you mean armadillo, yes, I've got armadillo. I think I've got 2 of them. One was from our younger brother Jim's collection when he was a kid, and the other one just showed up randomly in in a big figure lot. So
He might be the worst figure ever.
he's down there, but he's got more joints than Deep Six. So I'll give him that.
I guess it's fair. It looks like he came from the Scanners 3 toy line, though. Nobody wants that.
So, David, that's a good primer on JoeFest 2026. We do have one more thing we got to accomplish tonight before we get out of here, and that's, of course, the return of Stump Rack Time Rob. Oh, I lost the button. Of course, Stump Rack Time Rob brought to you by the fine folks at After Action Report, whose Kickstarter project went funded tonight.
That's right.
Because of Rack Time Rob's pledge. So, a round of applause for the folks over at After Action Report. Woo! Normally in our live chat, nowhere to be found. What's up with that? You're here every week.
They're watching the tally board like so much Jerry Lewis on Labor Day.
You're not here. What happened, Greg? What happened? Anyway. But again, Stump Rack Time Rob, sponsored by After Action Report Command Files, Cobra, Volume 3. Right now, link down below. Mark Weber, you're here to assist?
Yes.
Dave, you're here to assist? Rack Time Rob, we've got your word that you will not use the live chat for hints.
You know what? Here, let's see. I will switch to private chat right now.
There you go. All right. So Rack Time Rob is sealed off from the outside world. And again, we know he's good for it. He like sweats green ooze if he lies. That's how pure Rack Time Rob is. He starts leaking coolant. First question. Oh, wait, no, not yet. There's others. I didn't do these slides. You can tell by the lack of punctuation. and the strange graphic. Josh said he did this on purpose so I would make fun of them again.
Did Josh not capitalize his own name on purpose?
He did.
He's
not.
like E.E. Cummings.
Is correct, Mark. He did not. I love working with Josh Eggaby in an After Action Report because he doesn't send me graphics, right?
He sends you the whole thing.
He sends me the whole damn thing, and it's already done. It's just so little work for me. It's unreal. I just got to show up and be snarky. But pledge to the After Action Report Command Files Character Guidebook Volume 3. It's all the Cobras this time. Written by Greg Augustin, edited by Josh Eggaby, and pushed out to your hot little hands by a handful of good folks. Lord knows this is book number 10 for them. They're a proven commodity at this point.
Absolutely.
And pledge with confidence.
Pledge with confidence. Thanks to Rack Time Rob. Question number 1. Who created the Cobra name for the G.I. Joe Real American Hero brand?
I'm gonna say, if I remember the panel from JoeCon many moons ago, was it Archie Goodwin?
Mark, you have any thoughts there?
I'm going to disagree with Rob.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with him too because I think it's somebody else.
It's one of two people.
Should I say?
By all means.
Is it Mark Greenwald?
No, I know it's not that.
What do you think, Mark?
I think it's former Yankees manager Dallas Green.
All right, that sounds reliable.
I mean, he had to be doing something while he was asleep in the dugout.
I mean, it's true. You're not wrong, Mark. You're not.
Yeah,
wrong.
see, be that as it may, Alex, these men have never been in my kitchen.
Rack Time Rob, are we sticking with Archie Goodwin?
I'm going to go with Archie Goodwin.
It's Archie Goodwin.
Oh, you were right. Good job.
Whatever.
Let me Get him his win music there.
I was thinking possibly Denny O'Neil, but I was going more with Archie Goodwin.
I don't think he was at Marvel at that point, but yeah.
Denny O'Neil was, yes.
Yeah, he was in the meeting. He was in the meeting.
Yeah, he was editing the G.I. Joe book by issue number 9. So yeah,
he was.
Yeah, he jumped to Marvel, but then.
Huh.
Question number 2: Who created the Cobra symbol?
Oh boy,
Mr. Kata. Ooh.
Wait a minute. Was it Ron? Ron Rudat?
Yeah.
Dave seems to agree. Mark, what do you think there?
It was not Ron the Truth Killings, so I'm gonna have to take that back from Rob. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Ron and Ginny Rudat as the inspiration.
You would have to get your official G.I. Joe card taken away from you if you didn't know that answer.
Sure.
It was in fact it was Ron.
I was thinking for a second it was somebody at Marvel. And said, wait a minute, no. The JoeCon panel came back to me again.
Yes. If you want to highlight this, he paid you $10 with a whatever payment. What do they call those?
Oh wow, we got
chat.
Give me a chat. Super chat me while I got stuff on the screen. But thank you, Michael Gene Fleming. Forgot to ask this during the JoeFest segment. Does JoeFest need volunteers for the doors this year?
Yes.
David Allen.
Yes. Reach out to me and I will get you in contact with the correct people. You are friends with me on Facebook Messenger, so you know how to get a hold of me.
John Blog in Toy City asks, would Cobra Commander been an acceptable answer to questions number 1 and number 2? No, he would not.
What with being fictional?
Sorry, I'm reading the private chat there. I took a deep breath.
Yeah. Mark's trying to put me off my game, but
Weber's being saucy. In the private chat.
I'm working blue.
Question number 3. Who are considered the main leaders of the Cobra organization? And we'll fudge a bit on this because
this is subjective, right?
It's a really vague question.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not Cobra Commander.
No, well, it depends on the year, right?
Looking for more than one answer here.
Oh boy! All right. Yeah, this is kind of subjective, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Who's running Cobra at times during the comics? Definitely Cobra Commander. You've got Serpentor. Do you want to consider Fred in there?
I would say that he's technically Cobra Commander. So
yeah, okay. Destro takes a shot, organizing it into a corporate structure for a time.
Yeah.
And rather than continue to stab at things, we'll just say those are the 3 that were on there. So that's another win for Ragtime Rob.
Can't be stopped.
He's doing good.
2 of them leveling up there. All Final Fantasy 3 style. That's the best of the Final Fantasies, and I'll fight you on it.
Aren't there like 50 of them?
There are. And frankly, all they are anymore is a bunch of cutscenes that are strung together. Final Fantasy 3, that was an actual fun game.
Hey, put this comment, nowhere man child. This is funny.
Oh, come on, Butler. I'm trying to get through a segment here.
Sorry. I just think this is funny.
Backup answer, Crystal Ball Darkline in Zanzibar. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I would love it when all hell is raining down on the Cobra Terradrome. And they're like, the Joes are coming. We're outnumbered. We're outgunned. What are we going to do, Zanzibar?
Going to possibly get killed by Copperhead.
And he's just smoking in the corner like, huh?
Oh.
I don't know, throw a spear at him maybe?
Drunk on grape soda.
I'll use my mallet.
Right.
I don't know. They're trying to make Crystal Ball pretty intense now and classified. So you never know. He might have a little bit of a chance.
Take a quick break here to show off another terribly designed slide. It's hard to believe that Josh Egamine did, in fact, grow up speaking English.
Oh my god.
or reading English, as it were.
Oh, man.
But somewhere in this soup is all the information you need to get over to that Kickstarter campaign and pledge your scant few dollars to the After Action Report Character Guide Volume 3, Cobra.
And we're going to take a 10-minute
Pledge with Tom.
Take a 10-minute break right now so you can jot down that web address.
Right. We do have it down below in the description. I don't know why he doesn't trust it for that, but while you get that copied down, enjoy Mr. Sacco.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Go. That's enough.
Just remember. Oh, there it went. I was going to read it. We don't have enough time. Moving on.
Question number 4. Name the 2 most commonly used Cobra anagrams. He's got little Rob Rocks in there to cheer you on, Rob. So when Cobra is putting up dummy corporations or something like that, how do they rearrange their letters to hide it?
All right, the one that jumps into my head immediately is Arbco.
Of course.
Broken.
Mark, what do you think?
I think that's pretty good.
David T. Allen.
Yeah, he's got that one.
All right. That's right. He's got it exactly. That's the one that made him think the hardest, and it still wasn't that bad. So,
Broken Beach.
Yeah, that's right. Fred Broca, male prostitute.
And lastly, what is the origin of the file cards on the toy packaging?
Oh boy.
Where again, we got kind of a vague answer on this one. So if you're in the neighborhood, we're giving credit.
If you don't get this one, Rob, I'll let it. I'll tell you.
Nickel tour rack time, Rob.
All right. I'm gonna say, they're Larry's little bios that he wrote for the characters, in like the Bible as he's developing the story. And somebody at Hasbro said, "Hey, we could use these to sell the figures."
That's pretty close.
David, what do you have to add to that?
Yeah.
It was Kurt Bazigian that saw these little things that he was writing for the characters for his own canon on his desk, and we're like, "Hey, what are these?" He says, "We need to put these on the back of the package," and that's exactly what happened.
Mark, anything to add?
They were critically important to the success of the brand, but Hasbro slowly phased them out until Weber threw an absolute fit. And made him print them in 4 languages and put them inside the packaging.
Oh,
it's the origin of the file cards circa 2008. That's what that is.
Exactly.
The 2015-16, yeah.
But, you threw up the layup, Rob, but it was David Allen with the rebound dunk.
Yep.
Kirk Bazigian's put them on the back of the toy packaging. Clip and save for your G.I. Joe command files. Changing toy packaging forever. That looks like that's a 5 out of 5 clean sweep.
Yeah.
Stump rack time, Rob.
That's really good. A lot of those are low-hanging fruit, though,
Well, that is part. They're not all going to be terribly tough, Dave, because we're not gonna let them put a segment on where he makes our comic expert look like a goofball. So,
hey man, it's 100 floors of terror. They're not all going to be wins.
David S. Pumpkins.
You ever see David S. Pimpkins?
Nice.
Well, I mean, that was the best.
The rap song. Oh my god,
rap song's amazing. But yeah, so live chat now that I'm back there and can see you. Thanks again to Michael Gene Fleming for the super chat. Thank you. What's on Joe Mind? Mark, welcome to your first AAR Q&A. There you go. Mark Weber even getting a shout out.
I'm here to help.
Files Stump Rack Time, Rob. Again, just a mess going on here. Just an absolute mess.
This is.
He's doing it on purpose, and it shows.
Imagine the people that have to work with him on this.
It's just him.
I think deliberately it's just him because he doesn't want to drive anyone else slowly mad. But Josh, you've outdone yourself in more ways than one. Right, Carlos Salinas, he knows it. You can't shame Karnak on his own show. It's a bad idea. These slides may induce seizures warning.
Great.
Actually, Rob, I've been trying to get with Rob for a while, but you're so busy with your schedule to do a comic book special, G.I. Joe comic book special and stuff like that. I would really love to do that in the future sometime. If you have some downtime in the summer, maybe we can get that together.
Yeah, we'll see.
This is the time.
Best time to find him.
Yeah.
When he comes out of that hibernation period.
He'll be moving as little as possible for the next 2.5 months.
There's a hits of air escaping as I enter the room. Like when you see, the helmet going back on Darth Vader in The Empire Strikes Back. It's
Right.
kind of cool.
Oh,
You got to catch Rob on Wednesdays. It's the only day he's guaranteed to leave the house.
That's true.
I walk out the front door and go to the sun and then make my way to the car.
Yeah, that's my everyday.
So real quick, we're actually going to take a pass because we're already over time. We're going to take a pass on what we got in, which is too bad because I had a live unboxing for this week, but we'll maybe do that if I have a live unboxing next week. That's enough, Rob. Nobody cares.
Hey, look!
Got stuff. They didn't cancel his pre-orders.
No.
But I don't know if you can see my Super 7 250s over there.
We got to do a little bit because we went to the Ohio Toy and Comic Show. I can't do this later.
What the hell? You can sleep tomorrow.
Right? Damn it all.
I can.
Tune in next week for a jumbo-sized segment.
You have a guest on, so why not?
Beachhead 263. That happened on Sunday.
Do you get any fun school beachheads?
I got a couple, but they're not part of the group.
Ah.
I got a Cobra Viper. I got a Night Viper.
Oh, nice. My favorite.
It's the first one of those that I actually have complete. So
wow.
I got a Python Patrol Viper.
Nice.
And I got a Crimson Guard.
Oh, my favorite all-time best troop builder.
There you go.
Oh.
And then last but not least, from the Aaron Dietrich collection, I got a Ninja Viper.
Wow. Does it have the silver swords or the gray swords?
He just has no swords. He is sword free.
He is a hand-to-hand combat expert.
He's the rare pacifist.
He's a living weapon.
Yeah.
So he was probably from 94, or they were just careless and lost the sword.
Well, there was a point in the 90s after 94, they had so many of them damn things left over. They were like giving them away for free to people. People were buying them like by the truckloads, I believe, just taking them. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure they were giving those things away like they were going out of style.
Andrew Galgan says to get Rob liquored up first before Rob doesn't drink. Rob drinks even less than I do, which isn't much. There's Josh. And thanks guys for the promo and laughs. Josh over and out to next. There you go.
Just like that.
Hey, Greg.
5 for 5 on the campaign, funded on the first day. It's a good day to be after Action Report. Good day. Good day indeed.
Well, they have a good brand. They've done like 10 books. They've funded 10 books. They've delivered 10 books. They're pretty close to 10 in the quality. I would say maybe 9.4 quality.
Firefly says, my last mail-in order from Hasbro with the Ninja Viper and collector case arrived mid-1995, which leads me to believe that Firefly has in fact stolen my swords.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be coming to collect on them.
That bastard. Well, ask Daryl DePriest. He's offloading his vintage collection. Maybe he's got some swords.
That's going to be assembly required right there. Just a beaten.
Some assembly will be
Rumble.
required when Mike's done with them.
That's right. Nobody takes my swords.
Are you guys all completists when it comes to buying vintage stuff? Like, I know obviously you're not, Mike, for every beachhead you buy is not complete, but are you that way, Mark? When you buy vintage things like that, do you want them 100% mint and complete, if not in package?
I mean, it sounds so arrogant to say I have what I need, right? But I don't have everything. And some of the really expensive stuff I don't have, and I'm not really looking for. But if I'm missing it, if it's something I want to get it complete eventually. That doesn't mean I'll turn up my nose at one that's perfect but no file card. But I mean, we all know it can be a lot more expensive to put it together in pieces, than to get it all together. So if I'm looking for something that I don't have, I would rather get it all together and maybe pay a bit of a premium to get it all together, because there's no guarantee that you'll find the pieces. And I don't want to have to pay $150 for a visor, right? Or something. That would be really hard for me. Like I could, at the right time of the year, I could drop more than $100 on a figure, but I don't want to get a Viper Pilot for $300 and then have to search around for his $150 file card, right?
Right.
I don't need that hassle. So
I get oddballs in the beachhead collection because it's fun to see what, like, here's one of the more recent ones. For whatever reason, this guy sold it with a stalker gun.
Yeah.
No backpack, but he's got his ammo bag, so he clearly knows what beachhead's supposed to come with. And again, he's perfectly fine. Besides that, good paint. But I'll leave him like that. I'm not gonna worry about re-outfitting him because there's 260 something of the damn things. I don't need to re-outfit all of them to be perfect. I like the fact that if I'm gonna have a collection of obnoxious size like that they are a little different. I want some of them to be weird.
Right.
And I'm a little more lax with some of the Cobra Army builders because I know some of those dudes are just going to go sit in a turret somewhere.
Right.
So I don't necessarily worry about all the backpacks and guns on them. I try to get them when I get them. Like, that Night Viper, like I said, that was the first time I had found one that had all of its stuff. And you if it's your favorite,
Oh yeah, there's a lot with that guy.
That face scope is the thing that is the big headache.
Oh yeah.
So that's usually the problem there. So it's the first time that I managed to score one that had all of his crap. But like I've got a couple of Vipers that maybe don't have guns, or a couple of Cobra Troopers that maybe don't have the rifles, and they've got his turret duty. So it's fine.
What about you, Rob? When you find a superpower figure, do you want all the gear that comes with that?
I mean, that's a line where they didn't particularly come with a lot of gear. So
they didn't come with nothing.
Capes, and a mallet,
There's a measure. There's one thing, like superpowers that I'd love to get a hold of. I'd love to get the mini comic from Desaad.
Desaad's mini comic? Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I'd want that more than Desaad, because that's the only mini comic I don't have.
That's a good call. I'd like to get a Parademon. Man, I couldn't find that Parademon anywhere back in the day.
I got one.
Crap. Hey, Mike, I'll pay you some good money for a Parademon if you can find one.
It's my Parademon too, so I don't want to give it away.
You guys you have joint custody of a Parademon?
We have joint custody of the Superpowers line. Yeah.
He was lonely.
This sounds like the worst Netflix show ever. Mike and Rob and the Parademon.
Terry Hawkins says I should photograph beachheads in groups and create a spot the differences.
What? Yeah, just like a puzzle book.
Yeah, one giant circle. These guys have no nuts.
Right. That's a band of problematic bachelors called
the Squad.
Let's roll into shout-outs. Dave, you are our guest. Go ahead and give us your shout-outs for the week.
So I'll have to give a shout out to 610 Yojo Daddy for being on my Yojo June preview show on Saturday. Also have to give a shout out to Daryl DePriest for doing our interview, Heritage Auctions interview last week, and being a part of JoeFest this year. And then I have an interview coming up with Dennis from Level 7 Toys, and all my fans and all the people in the chat and all you guys that have really made this brand so enjoyable in my later years. It's kind of like having my best friends on 24 hours a day on all these different YouTube channels. And I've been a fan of you guys for quite a long time. I don't think the whole 15 years, but a good 8 or 9 years of those 15 years. And Mark Weber for all the work that he's done on the brand and his enjoyment of the brand that he put into the work that he did, and you guys for just being really cool and inviting me to the show. Thank you very much.
Hey man, I apologize it took so long for that to happen, but we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Racktime Rob, shout out.
All right, quick shout outs. Andrew Garrison, good luck tomorrow. Cousin Kenny, good job with the show, and the studio audience. Thanks for tuning in.
Mark Weber.
I mean, I'll bring the room down, but in a good way. I think it's super cool that we're talking about Aaron Dietrich tonight because it was his birthday. I think over the weekend or very recently.
I think the 22nd.
Okay, so I like how the brand keeps the memory of our friends around. Same thing with Gary Goggles when he still gets mentioned, which is fantastic. So I dig that. And along those same lines, we'll get my Tillman jersey on frame there. We're not on Memorial Day, but it was just Memorial Day. And I think Joe collectors know, but a lot of just Americans don't know the difference, right? That Veterans Day is for the enlisted and for the retired, but Memorial Day is for the honored folk. So for all of them, salute.
Thank you for my freedom.
That's right.
I can't top that.
Right.
I will reiterate Racktime Rob's, of course, for Andrew Garrison, who is having a procedure done tomorrow. Longtime friend of ours, going back before the show. That's how long time. That's how long we've known Andrew Garrison. So good luck to him. I'll reiterate to Kenny. Hope your voice is back. We were just pumping lozenges at Kenny most of the weekend. I had a bag of them. I just gave him the bag before we left town. It was like, these are yours. I have another bag at home. But a great job there. And to our audience, thank you so much for joining us week after week after week. If you're catching us on replay, you count just as much. We appreciate you all the same. Whatever you're doing for us, just do all that cool free YouTube stuff where you're giving us a thumbs up and liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you're not, and spreading us around in your social media circles to grow this thing. We don't have a whole lot of control over how much we can grow, right? There's a whole pay to play system in place with social media that we don't have the budget to contend with. But organic growth that comes from folks who actually pay attention and interact and spread the word, that counts for a whole lot. So even if you're just showing up to throw a comment on a video, on a short, whatever, man, every little bit that you do it goes a long way. If you have a couple of bucks, we do have our coffee account. If you're on, any monthly donation gets your name in our closing credits. So I know we spend a lot of each show asking for money for this, that, and the other. But that's always there too if you want to help support the show. And of course, to our wonderful friends and sponsors at Kokomo Toys. Really quickly, we'll sing the theme song. Kokomo Toys.
Kokomo Toys.
It's like a barbershop quartet, baby.
Right? I think Rob's a little sharp, but we'll fix it in post.
I was in a barbershop quartet in Skokie, Illinois.
I got a story about Skokie. But that's all we got for this week. Be sure to join us next week, next Tuesday at 9 p.m., give or take, for another episode of What's on Joe Mind. Until then, as our friend Vagon likes to say, stay safe, and if you can't, be careful. Have a great rest of the week. And yo, Joe.
Beer.